Hello everybody, my name is Harold Meyer. Today we're going to be doing Genesis 128. But before we do that, I'd like to start off by saying that we do apps on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And we also do Bible verses on those same days. So Tuesdays app is War Machines. Thursdays app is Star Trek Fleet Command. Saturday's app is Robot Wars. Tuesday's app was Genesis 127. Thursday's app will be what today's is Genesis 128, and Saturday's app will be Genesis 129. Now let me make this bigger for those of you who are viewing this on a small screen, or can see that good, or both. Yeah, so we're gonna be using the New International Version. That's the version I normally use because that's the first one that pops up normally. And let's get started. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over every living creature that moves around the earth." Now, how can we do that? Well, one way is to eat them. The other way it might be like to train them to do things for us, show them that we are the master. We control them. They don't control us. We control them. And that's why that's one of the reasons I believe God made us intelligent. That and He wanted the intelligent people to follow Him and glorify Him. And listen, I know this is short today, but listen, for those of us who abuse the animals, I pray that y'all stop doing that because y'all shouldn't abuse the animals. And for those of y'all who are training animals to do specific tasks, well, at least they're not starving in the wild, hopefully. And for those of you who just have an animal, just like to go outside and play with them, hey, I'm good with that because there was a study done, or at least it's what I heard, that you live longer if you have a cat, and I'm pretty sure that applies to dogs too. It just makes you feel happier, makes you feel more satisfied. You know, it gives you somebody to I know that you can talk to them, they might not understand what you're saying, but let me give you an example, okay? So for those of you who don't know, I have Tourette syndrome, and which means that I have random muscle movements, and sometimes it can get to the point where I need to go in the hospital. And one time I had my Tourette's episode, my dog goes in my mom and dad's room, pulls their covers off, gets them, brings them to me, and yeah, so I have a very, very smart and intelligent dog. I miss him. But listen, we need to be masters of them. And by that, I mean that we need to control them, not to let them control us. Some people might say buying a gun is a good way to control some pests. Some people might disagree with that. And some people might say eating a certain animal is a good way to control, their population numbers. Some people are against eating certain animals. We all have our differences. But listen, what we need to do as Christians is understand these differences and be like, it's not okay to wipe out an animal because future generations won't be able to enjoy it. But it's also not okay to allow an animal to destroy us, damage us. That's not okay. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I used to take care of my own dog. By take care of him, I mean I was the main one that fed him and walked him and stuff like that. And I had to clean up after him. Boy, dad, I cleaned up after him in the house. Oh boy, he was a big dog. And I miss that dog. And it came, I know that this is off subject, but I feel like I say this. He, he had, I think he had cancer, and it would slowly kill him if I didn't act on it, and he wasn't moving much. So I figured, he must be in a lot of pain. So I decided to. So me and my dad took him to a vet, and they gave him. I guess they gave him pills something that killed him. But that's so sad. It makes me want to cry just thinking about it. Because he could be alive to this day if I hadn't acted. But at least one thing, he didn't suffer that much. And that dog was a blessing. And that's what these animals can be. They can be blessings for us. We don't have to hunt them to enjoy them, like to eat them and stuff. We don't have to hunt them and eat them to enjoy them. They can be our best friends, our pals for life. I know, and I know that we can go overboard with that, with like having like 10 or 15 different cats. To me, that's overboard. To me, that you need to release some of them and keep like maybe two or three. If you have like 15 cats or something like that, and just give them to other people if you can't. Uh, I'm not saying to kill them, just to give them to other people. If you can't do that, donate them to a shelter. Don't kill them. Because as the years go on, more and more animals are being added to the what's it called? It's like a list of animals that's about to go extinct, or it might become extinct. For those of you who don't know what extinct means, I mean dead. Sorry, excuse me. Also, if y'all have to hear like this what was it? I don't know how to explain it, but on my phone, I had some trouble recording, and there's nothing really I can do about it because my editing stuff is cheap, and my phone, well, I don't know what was going on with it. It might have been because the game updated. I was playing War Machines, and I apologize for that voice, but there's nothing I can do about it. I could try to re-record again, but I don't want to deal with that. And yeah, I'm doing these videos one day at a time. And I'm also watching Touch My Angel. I'm trying to watch that at least once a day. Same episode once a day until I get till I feel like I know it by heart. Because whenever I talk about a TV show or a movie, I wanna know exactly what I'm talking about. Or at least to the point where not from a technological standpoint or from a photography standpoint, but know it by heart to know what they're gonna say next and stuff like that. And I want to show off a blessing. I recently got a new mouse. I had saved up for it. Took me a while, but yeah, and I tried to. The reason why I got me a mouse is because I have my Tourette episodes, and whenever I have them, things can fly and stuff like that, and I can pull things. And that if I pull that, it can't really damage much. I mean, it might damage itself because it's so light, and I don't want to spill on it. So please pray for that because I've been spilling lately. Not because of my Tourette's, though, just because of accidents. And also, my desk looks a little bit cleaner now. I had removed that giant USB hub. But anyway, I'm getting off subject. So yeah, God created us, and I'm sorry I got off subject, but God created us to rule over animals. That's one reason I believe that we have planes and helicopters and stuff like that. We rule over them. Like sometimes we literally turn to them to see how they do things, and we figure out how to improve on that. That's how we learn how to we built planes and stuff. We looked for birds and bats and stuff like that. See how they did it. For those of you who disagree with me, please tell me in the comments below if I'm wrong about anything. But if I remember right, it was the Wright brothers that looked toward the birds and planes and see how birds, not sorry, just birds, not planes. But they looked toward the birds to see how they flew, and they were inspired by that. Also, please keep me in your prayers. I sometimes I watch some things that are not bad per se, but they're not of God. So please pray for that. Also, my mother, she seems to be doing pretty good. She they say that she can go back to work in like a week or two if everything goes well. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, she stepped on a needle and it hurt her foot and she's been on she tried crutches but that didn't work out, so she got those scooter things. And yeah, and we've been doing good. I recently had a surprise. I got I was doing some work for cleaning a vehicle that I was told to do. And I'm not gonna be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was told to do it. I didn't do it off my own free will. But then I got paid for it. And then I put that money, I'm not gonna say what I did with the money, but I didn't do nothing bad. It's just I don't like talking about my own finances on here. And please pray for my little brother that he gets the summer job. Please pray for him. And please pray for my dad too, that everything works out. Because he has back problems. Let me see, let me get out of this. I know y'all can't see it. Let's see, what's it? Alright, there we are. Sometimes I lose the mouse. But yeah, sometimes we just need to relax. It's hold on, let me see something right quick. Let's see, I just want to see something on my phone. I forgot to start the timer. Ooh. Okay, so I know I do another while. Yeah, so as Christians, we really need to help out one another. We really need each other. And I'm sorry I forgot to put the timer on my phone again, which means I'll have to look on screen. I tell you, I'll pause it and then I'll see how much time I have. Tell you, I'll put the timer back on my phone in about 9 minutes because that's when or 8 minutes. That's when they I take my medicine. And for those of you who are wondering, I have Tourette's. Like I said, I don't know if I said this earlier, but that causes me to have random muscle movements. I have high blood pressure. I have sleeping problems. I've had a history of anxiety problems and and get nervous and stuff like that. But I mean, let me take that back. I have a history of getting nervous and get worried about stuff I shouldn't worry about, and that's triggering my Tourette's, which my high blood pressure. And also sometimes I have floaters. The floaters, that's no big deal to me. And for those of you who don't know what that is, um, we all have it. Just sometimes some of us can see like these little floating line things, and I didn't realize I told my doctor about that, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I have that too." And I was like, "Thank God I'm not hallucinating." And I was honest with the doctor, and that's something I highly encourage y'all to be honest with your doctors. And honesty, yeah, that can be hard, that can be tough, that can be challenging, but it's worth it. But the Bible does say to pick your battles wisely. What do I mean by that? I mean like, Hold on, I need to charge my phone, which means I'm gonna pause this again. Okay, I'm back, guys. I just want to do something right quick. I got me some more water. Yeah, so, uh, God uses, so God uses us things to like rule over animals like guns and stuff like that to feed ourselves. And sometimes, some of us aren't all vegetarians. And if you look at the food chain, sometimes, it's our little brother. Sometimes we need each other. Like, what do I mean by that? I mean, like, animals need other animals to survive. Like, I guess I mean not we need each other, but animals need each other. And if you look at the food chain, what happens if you add an animal in the food chain that wasn't there before? Well, that can cause massive problems. It can cause one animal to become overpopulated and eventually wipe out the other animals. It can cause all of these nasty things. So we need to be careful whenever it comes to ruling over all of the and animals, including fish and birds and living creatures, other than ourselves. We need to be careful with that because we can hunt them to extinction. Just look at what's happening with whales right now, or what has happened with other animals. Like you can probably Google like extinct animals, and some animals would probably show up. But listen, God loves you. And listen, here's how I know that there's a God out there. Because whenever I was there, some interesting things happened to me. I mean, I had several dreams where God told me to do. Well, I figured it looked like God told me to do things, but then anyway, I didn't do them. Then it turned out years later that that was the devil. And then I let's see, how should I put this? One day, well, two two interesting more things happened. One day, my sister had these surgeries on her feet, and uh, I knew that I would be probably home alone, and I locked the keys in the house. And whenever I got back, I prayed to God, and somebody opened the door for me. I couldn't see who it was because they had this glass door, but they also had this curtain behind it. And another time, let's see, what was the other time I was thinking of? Uh, oh yeah, God told me He wanted me to be a pastor. Well, as the years went on, that memory began to fade away. And I asked God, what did He tell me He wanted me to be? And He said that and a friend of mine told me that God told him that A, He wanted me to be a pastor, and B, I should be ordained by my church. And if you think about it, that's what God's house is. My, God's house, and it isn't just my church; it's our church. Ours is in everyone who subscribed, everyone who's liked, everyone who's viewed. Well, maybe not everyone who viewed, but everyone who continues to like and follow us. And with video games, I can kind of understand, why some people, let me adjust the camera a little bit. Why some people say that we shouldn't play this video game or that video game. And if y'all think that we shouldn't play some video game, let me know. But ordinarily, I don't play the latest console games. I play like some mobile games. Like every game I listed in a list. Let me go back to the list. Every game I have in the list is a mobile game. I don't have one new console game or one new PC game. Yeah, let me highlight it. All of highlight this one. This one's called Machine Wars. I know it's kind of abbreviated it, but all of these right here are mobile games. And everything down here is Bible verses, and this is just what what we're doing through these days. What we're doing this week, whatever. Yeah, let's see. And this is subject to change. Like maybe instead of like I'm putting what we're doing this week, I can put like the dates that we're doing them. But all of that is subject to change. Everything that we have is subject to change. You know why? Because God's house grows and evolves over time. And it grows and evolves to become better than some of its parts. What do I mean by that? I mean that like God's house isn't just a place where like like we serve God, but it's just a place where we can come and chill out and maybe watch a good uh, episode of a biblical pod of the biblical podcast. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. And maybe we can uh like maybe we can watch a particular game if we just want to chill out and we get gamers, but we don't want to watch nothing that deals with cuss words or nothing that deals with uh horrible things. We're gamers at heart. And I encourage y'all to do your own research on the Bible. Prove me wrong. Go ahead, prove me wrong. I want y'all to do it. Whenever, if I say, like, if I compare, like, let's say, if I said, God said, I will be with you always, even until the end of the age. Well, there's another verse that kind of, talks something about that says that, wherever two or more are gathered in his name, he will be there. Now, why does God say both of those things? Well, to me, there's, the Godhead. So to me, there's the Godhead, which is God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost are all part of one being. And to me, that's the first one was Jesus saying that I will be with you always even until the end of the age. The second one is the Holy Spirit saying that wherever two or more are gathered in his name, he will be there. And the third one, well, we didn't talk about him, but he's God the Father. And he says that he loves us. And I'm doing these videos slowly on my own pace. I'm doing them way ahead of time. I would like to do them live one day, but unfortunately, my internet is just not that good. And I can't make it look that good without it lagging a lot. I much rather prefer to do these kind of videos because this I can really get into it. Plus, if I did touch my Android live, that might be considered copyright. So at least one of them I wouldn't have to do live. And I don't like to deal with copyright claims because certain, like, let's say corrupt organizations can take that money and can use those videos for their ads or to make money by putting other people's ads on there. I just don't like that. And listen, God's house right now, we need help. We need a financial support. And I'll tell you how to do that in the outro if it does it this time. Hopefully it doesn't. Cause sometimes I messed up and I didn't. One time I messed up and I didn't realize it, but I edited. I did the video, but it did everything except the outro. So if it does that again, I'm sorry. But yeah, and listen, for those of you who wonder how can I afford all of this equipment, well, it's because I'm on disability because I have Tourette's and I can't really work well and I can't really take that much stress. Well, I can take stress up to a certain point. It all depends on what it is. Like sometimes, some things stress you out more than others. Sometimes we don't know what causes it. And please keep me in your prayers because I haven't been able to go to church lately because of my Tourette's. And my mama because she's been out of work, I've been having to, sometimes I have to take care of her. But which normally she can take care of herself, but I just like to be there in case something happens to her. Yeah. And, I do like to go outside sometimes. That's what I'm probably gonna do while this is on. But it's been hot lately, and I can't really handle the heat that well. And I was like, man, I wish it would get warmer while it was in the wintertime. Now it's too warm. And I realize that we're approaching our 30-minute timer. So I would like to say this. The reason why we have a 30-minute timer is to keep these videos short, is to keep these videos from going too far off subject, and is to keep these videos to get done on time. Because I used to do 60-minute videos, but that would take far too long to do. And by cutting them all down to 30, that saves about half the work. And I know I do 2 to 3 videos per day, and the reason why I do most of the days I do 2 videos, except on Tuesdays. Tuesdays I do 3, and the reason for that is because I do a biblical podcast, which actually this is a gameplay video, and then my extra video that I do is a Touch by an Angel video, or a Christian movie or TV show video. But yeah, which I kind of just contradicted myself. I'm sorry. Christian Touch by an Angel is a Christian TV show. But yeah, and if y'all have interesting points to make, please let me know in the comments. Now I want y'all to know something. There are little kids that watch this, so because of that, I do what's it called? It's stress. Like it's like the how do I put this? The comment section, like like all of that is under an experimental thing that YouTube has right now. Where all of it is like more extreme, like the how should I put this? I'm trying to think on how to put this before the video ends. The like let's say if I were to put the F word, well I would be before that comment would go public, I would get a notification asking for my approval. If I disapproved of it, then it wouldn't go on there. But because of little kids watching this, that's underneath even more extreme things. So yeah. And sometimes I do like to talk about adult things. I'm not gonna lie, I do like to talk about adult things. And really, I should have my second channel for that, but maybe one day I might do that. I don't know if I get enough comments and I should, I might. But now, anyway, and I used to have like different sites. But anyway, I'm kind of getting off subject and we're running out of time. Yes, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Bye. Hello, everybody. This has been the Major God's House production, and I would like to remind y'all that we do have a Patreon page. Now, for those of you who don't know what Patreon is, or if I haven't gone over it in a video, Patreon is a monthly subscription service that you can use to donate money to your favorite organization, charity, church, whatever. Anyway, we start at $3 a month. Now, I understand that not all of us can afford $3 a month. But that's what we start off at. then it goes to $9 a month. That's even less of us can afford that. Then $25 a month. And the reason why I have $25 a month is because I like to have a more expensive option out there for those of us who have the income. Yeah, so this is God's House's Facebook. If y'all want to follow us on there, y'all can do it. The link's in the description. This is our YouTube channel. This is where we mainly do most of our content. And the reason for that is because I go on YouTube a lot, so I naturally do most of my content on YouTube. And this is our Twitter page. Now, our Twitter page is probably the one I use the least, but y'all can follow me on there and y'all can get up-to-date videos about what I think is important. Like, for example, I recently shared a video about a school shooting that took place in Texas and about gun laws. And I don't always necessarily support their beliefs, but I support their ideas of some people. If that makes any sense. Anyway, bye guys.